When it comes to Penelope bourbon, so far so good. We've had great experience.
Yes, sir.
It started with the Penelope 4-grain, rocking 80 proof.
Mm-hmm.
This Project X.
We leapfrogged to Project X.
Holy smokes, guys. If you saw that yesterday, you know, right? If you haven't, check it out. If not, then whatever. Anyway, so now we're going to move on to this one here. It's a whole new thing.
This one isn't just the Architect.
This
is the Creme Brûlée.
Creme Brûlée. And this one here, we had some good feedback. You know, people that tried it, loved it, you know, and now that you've shown me a couple things on the label that we'll get into here in a minute, I have certain expectations now that have developed because I didn't notice that before. So I'm looking forward to getting into this bottle. And, you know, if that sounds good to you, sounds good to us. Y'all ready for this?
Let's get this into us.
Let's go, 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 let's go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Savor the Burn podcast.
Welcome back.
Let's go. My name is Jonathan. This is W2. How do you do?
Doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you? Leave us a comment wherever you are, whether you're on YouTube, and
give us a like. Give us a subscribe.
And click that bell notification. Check out this bottle and many others in the liquor cabinet on savortheburn.com if you're on audio-only podcast apps. We are stoked to have you with us. Yeah. Thank you so much. No matter what you're doing, be sure to share it with your fellow whiskey enthusiasts. And if you think we are way off on any of these reviews that we've done in this series, this is day 3. This is it. This is it. We're wrapping the series today. Except for maybe the bonus. Probably going to be a bonus. We'll see. Yeah. You know, hang out. If there's a bonus tomorrow, then there's a bonus tomorrow. There's going to be a bonus tomorrow. So, we had a great time with these two bottles. I'm stoked to get into this bottle. There's probably a lot more information on this bottle than there was a Project X.
There's a lot more information on this bottle.
With an experimental line, maybe they don't want to tell all the information that they have. So maybe that's why they don't have all the information.
I really feel like that's part of it, but the other part of that too is the wheels are rolling.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. This isn't a legacy bottle that's been around and is, you know, tried and true. This is throw it out there to the wolves and see what gets devoured.
Bottles like this always remind me of my first favorite MGP experimental line thing that we got from Junction 35 from down there in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. They had that little bottle. If you remember, then you do. But it was called Off the Rails experimental line, and that release was the red rye, I believe. Red rye. Red rye. And I thought that was it'd be a crime if they didn't redo that and re-release it. You know, much like the West Bottoms Whiskey Company rye finished in those.
Those delicious maple
casks, yeah. So it would have just been a crime if they didn't do that. But so this one here, oh man, it was an experimental line. Maybe they didn't know what they were doing, but they knew what they were doing with this. So all that was last episode. Today we're working right here on the Penelope Architect Creme Brûlée, clocking in at 110 proof.
Right at 110. Give us a bottle pop and let's just get into this.
Let's see if this is any better or worse than the other two. That was probably the best of the three.
I like it. This is the Penelope Architect Creme Brûlée, straight bourbon finished with French Oak Staves. Penelope is MGP owned through subsidiary Luxco. This has a 5-year age statement.
5-year, okay.
And this is the Architect Series private builds. Comes in at 110 proof. The staves are char level 4. The heads are char level 2 again.
See, there they go again.
The mash bill on this, 75% corn, 21% rye, 4% malted barley.
Okay.
Architecture is defined as the art or practice of designing and constructing buildings. Using those same principles, we want to build new and distinct flavor profiles the same way an architect creates new, innovative structures. Working in collaboration with Tonnerre Rideau of France. Please forgive me.
Right.
The market leader in oak barrel manufacturing and innovation. We use French Oak Staves and their state-of-the-art oak scan process to build a truly precise flavor profile within every bottle. After all, the best architecture leaves no room for error.
Oak scan.
So that's pretty cool.
I wonder what that
Don't really have a whole lot beyond that. I do have tasting notes on this. But Architect is one of their family products. So if you go on their website, they have, 4-grain is on there. They have their toasted series. They have their wheated series. They have a cast strength. They've got a rosé.
Oh, do they?
And then they have a whole bunch of allocated, limited releases like the Havana, like the Rio, and more. Architect is one of their main families. This, however, is the Creme Brûlée release, which is a very specific and specialized, I guess, release in the Architect family.
Legs don't look bad.
Nope. Not as dark of color as the Project X was,
No,
but that's all right. That is just a great color. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like a tarnished bronze. A little bit darker than Bell Brass. Oh.
I laugh, not out of disrespect, but like, you would call it bell brass, where Fred No would call it a bold color or something.
Well,
what was that? Was it one of the bakers or not bakers, but one of the bookers?
This is the Bookers, yeah.
Bold, cunning, foxy. What the hell?
But this is Architect Creme Brûlée.
Totally different thing. This one here, I'm getting like burned brown sugar. Maybe not burnt, but close to it. Brown sugar.
Bruleed. Vanilla custard, vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, vanilla bean.
Little bit of a charred oak or toasted oak. I actually.
It does smell more like a toasted oak kind of thing.
More toasted oak.
And you know how I said expectations, and that's because of the French oak. Usually
we've had good luck with it.
We really have. Every time that we've had a French oak, anything involving a whiskey, a bourbon, whatever, having anything to do with French oak, it's usually had usual suspects, common notes, if you will, and it's for me, it's not showing up yet on the nose.
I just got a note that's very, very reminiscent of a caramel mocha coffee from like Starbucks.
Yeah, like a caramel macchiato.
I'm ready to get this on the palate.
I'm trying to spell macchiato. Hopefully, it's not misspelled. Here we go. Penelope, let's check out your Architect Creme Brûlée. Okay, there's the French oak influence.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, that's got a nice hug with it too.
Yeah.
The 110 proof, definitely. There's nothing scalding, but it's there and it's warm, and it's a nice scarf.
Not scalding.
It's a nice scarf. It's giving you a nice little hug right back here.
But not so hard that you're like, oh, it's that's a very nice oaky
caramel
finish
apple
on the
like a
palate.
candied apple. Oh man.
Yeah, this one actually turned out. It didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to. I only had the one sip.
Vanilla bean.
That does not drink like 110 proof, right? 110. Yeah, it does not drink like 110. What did you say the rye part of this was? I remember you said it like it reminded me. Was it
75% corn and 21% rye.
21% rye.
That's a good amount of rye, and then 4% malted barley.
You said 4%, so that's like what the 4-grain was only.
It was 3.
Was like 3%, but this is 4. Much more rye on the palate.
A lot more rye.
But for me, anything rye, anything, even the taste, the tongue pinch, whatever, the mouthfeel that rye lends, didn't really show up until the finish. But yeah, I think what you said about toasted oak, somehow like with the different char levels on the different parts of the barrel, on this one gives it a very toasted oak kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because that soft vanilla comes through.
It is soft. Yeah, it is definitely a soft.
It may not be so custardy on the palate, but it's very nice. So on the palate so far, what I have written down here: French oak, caramel apple, molasses, and soft vanilla, and cinnamon and nutmeg, because those carried through. What else would you say was on the palate and or finish? Because on the finish, it's got the hug, it's got an oaky finish. That's where the rye comes in, so the rye taste and feel, and molasses.
I'm getting late palate into the finish. I'm getting a lot of cinnamon, sugar, and buttery pie crust. You know those frozen pie crusts that you get at the grocery store? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And inevitably, they always come in a 2 or a 4 pack.
Yeah.
Inevitably, the one in between or on the bottom is like shattered and cracked into a bunch of pieces. Growing up, my mom, I don't know why she did this either, because if you just put the filling in there, who cares if the crust has cracks in it? It doesn't matter, right? But anyway,
it's all going to the same place.
But if she got a crust that was like that, instead of going ahead and she would set that aside, and she would then go ahead and just break it up further, and then put it on a cookie sheet, butter it, just kind of like brush butter onto it, and then drizzle it with cinnamon and sugar and put it in the oven. And so you get these little crust crisps with sugar and cinnamon on there.
Sounds good to me.
There's some of that memory that I'm getting on this palate and finish.
That's a cool, comforting memory to have. I don't have it, but vicariously through you, and hopefully y'all are the same, now you have it too. How much did you have? Was it comparable to what I had here? About 3/4 ounce?
Yeah, I put 2 drops in there.
2, yeah, it's 110. It can handle 2 drops.
The vanilla custard came forward. Man, I'm digging on this bottle.
When I was a kid, I did not expect that the single ice cube that I had in my whiskey, waiting for it to melt halfway down and grabbing it and throwing it in the sink.
Did you all catch that? I caught that.
I've been drinking for a very long time. At this point in time, as of time of recording, I'm 44. All right, but I've been drinking since I was about maybe 8 or 9. Right, mostly 9 or 10, 8 maybe, definitely 9, mostly 10. Anyway, so I was real drunk at the age of 10. 11 is when I gave up vodka. Period. I loved it, but it hated me. And my 5th grade teacher did not like me as I drank vodka in class. So this was anyway. So yeah, going back to it, like I never would have thought that I was putting way too much water in my whiskey by only melting down half an ice cube. And that was in a 80 proof whiskey that I was drinking. So
was it?
It was. You know. So. I was trying to wake up more of those vanilla, those citrus, which I didn't pick up citrus on this at all.
No. I do. I've got tasting notes. You want me to read them?
Yeah.
Let's get into these. The aroma says sweet candied cream and floral with hints of creme brulee.
Okay. Maybe creme brulee, but not floral? No.
Floral?
I didn't pick up on that.
Taste. Sweet vanilla and viscous cream.
Okay, we said soft vanilla.
With some savory oak notes. Creamy sweetness transitions from the forward notes and into the body. Herbal, floral, and cream.
I'm still not picking up herb
I'm not getting it. On the finish, rich vanilla that leaves a long lingering finish with some heat.
We picked up more. I mean, we had the vanilla.
There's way more than that. But, I don't disagree with that, but there's way more than that.
For me, anyhow, the rye showed up on the finish, which usually it's right up there on the nose. It's right in there in the thick of it there on the palate. But for me, that's where the rye taste and the rye feel showed up. Was there in the mid finish. Molasses was there, and the cinnamon sugar that you picked up. buttery pie crust you picked up, and vanilla. So we found more on there than they did. But I mean, they picked up some pretty weird stuff though on theirs, on the nose and on the palate. They had what was it, floral and herbal and floral.
Yeah.
Like I didn't pick up on that. I'm not saying it's not there.
It's savory oak notes.
Savory, get out of here. No, we picked up French oak.
We picked up some of the oak. Savory oak note.
And the more we get into this podcast, like I had really hoped that this podcast would continue long enough for me to start to identify different types of oak in the barreling when it makes it this far into the glass. It's actually happening. It's starting. Yeah. It's starting to really take effect. You know, it really kicked in hard with the PFG. From Michter's, the bomb burgers from PFG.
Absolutely.
I was like, okay, so this has got to be the quintessential French oak experience, period. Yep. Hands down, everything. I mean, Michter's does nothing half-ass. Like, they go all the way. They go for broke. It's not done until it's done.
Did you see that for the third year in a row, the only distillery in history ever done it, third year in a row, most admired whiskey? That deserves a clank right there.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Michter's, they're a cut above.
23, 24, and now 25.
Yeah.
The most admired whiskey brand.
And they're just...
in the world.
Not
just the U.S., not just Kentucky, the world. So I'm so excited. I'm very, very excited.
For them. Very proud to even be associated with them on a minimal level. Oh wow! Holy smokes! Adding those 2 drops, that changed the palate. Definitely changed the finish.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit of maple kind of that buttery pie crust that you found screams at me right now with vanilla and maybe not custardy, but yeah, it's like that brulee. Well, the brulee, like that crispy, where you put the sugar on there.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
get it with
yeah.
the torch. It's that crispy little bit up there. I remember when you did that on a cocktail, like you had a piece of banana, I think it was, and then you put some brown sugar on
hit the torch,
and I'm like, oh, come to Papa, wow, a little Bob Seger for you, but yeah. So good.
Mother's Day.
It reminds me of that.
With Ms. Katie, we did her banana hands. And I made it like we had it at the bar in Florida.
Yeah.
That had a little chocolate-covered banana chip just sitting on the cube. We talked about it a little bit, and we're like, and she's the one who brought it up. She's like, that garnish does nothing for me. It adds nothing to it. You can eat it after the fact, but it's not adding anything to the taste. Visually, it's not really adding anything. So we did a round 2 of there.
Round 2.
I went upstairs. I got a fresh banana.
Yep.
I cut us a couple slices. I put some Demerara granulated sugar on top of there. I hit it with a torch, and then while it was still bubbling, I took our little chocolate covered banana slice and I pushed it down onto it. Fight!
Yeah. Finish him! Good times. That was a mighty fine cocktail. You're right though. The garnish wasn't that great. Yeah. And you would think that little theme park right outside of Kissimmee, Florida, would know what they're doing when it comes to cocktails and garnishes on their cocktails. I mean, it's a great
cocktail.
Great cocktail.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's great. It's a great cocktail.
Garnish,
they need to workshop that a little bit.
And honestly,
hit us up, mouse-eared theme park.
Honestly, tried and true, an old-fashioned is such a classic. And,
so versatile.
And it's versatile. It's you can't go wrong with it. You can go in. You can take it in so many different directions. But the one thing that I love the most about an old fashioned, aside from the fact that it's so simple and easy to make, it's easy to make and it's even easier to screw up. If you've ever ordered one at a restaurant and been like, what the F is this?
Looking at you, Red Crab, or whatever you're called. Thank you, Flava Flav, for saving that.
You can garnish an old-fashioned a lot of different ways. You can do a dehydrated orange slice.
Yeah.
You can do an orange twist. You can do a barrel-aged cherry and an orange twist.
Yeah.
You can do
Either or
I mean,
both.
there's a whole combination of things. At any rate, though, however you choose to garnish it, it influences that cocktail. The orange citrus of the dehydrated or fresh twist
It's gonna hit
adds
different.
the aromatics, add to the rim, and inevitably it influences the palate. It influences the entire experience. That cocktail, the garnish just did nothing for it. So all that to say, what I'm getting at is, even though the garnish is the thing that makes the cocktail look pretty, it should actually add to the experience of the cocktail.
Have a purpose.
Not just visually make it look better. In this case, a chocolate-covered banana chip,
It's not
it
gonna.
looks like a turd.
And it's not gonna affect. The
I mean, it
taste.
doesn't look like a turd. I love chocolate-covered bananas.
Like maybe if it
Love
were a
that.
chocolate dipped banana, like if it were dehydrated banana dipped in chocolate.
You're on to something.
So it looks like one of those black and white cookies, you know?
Yep.
Just like that. But like, man, I think that garnish would have been great as a dehydrated banana chip with the brown or the demerara.
Hand dipped in
brulee,
chocolate.
Torched. Like not even chocolate. And like or
right.
a slice of plantain. With the sugar,
Dude, I love
caramelized, bruleed, and then just use that as the garnish. But like, I mean, you said the garnish has to do something. It has to have a purpose.
It has to have a
And,
purpose.
I mean, you've seen people with like they'll squeeze the orange peel over a match and it go right, and it pops, you know. And then they'll just drop the orange peel in there.
I'm getting there. I'm slowly getting there. There's an art to it.
Yeah, and it looks so cool.
It looks so easy.
Yeah,
It is
High-proof
not.
preacher.
It is
master
not.
class when it comes to that stuff. Like
This bottle.
back to it.
What'd you give it on the nose?
On the nose, I gave it a 4.25. I mean, it had the burnt brown sugar on the nose, custard, vanilla bean, the nutmeg and cinnamon, toasted oak you picked up on. I knew it was kind of oaky, but toasted oak, I think you nailed it on that one. And caramel macchiato. Like, I mean, I go back and I smell it, even with a couple drops of water in here, it does have a little bit of that caramel macchiato-ness to it. You know, it's in there. It's not the whole thing, but it's in there. So yeah,
nice.
I gave it a 4.25. I was very, very happy with the nose on this one. How about you?
I'm at 4.5.
4.5? All right. My, how the turns have tabled. Our scores are starting to flip. Let's see how it goes here. We move now into the palate.
Yeah.
The French oak showed up. It wasn't
it
just
did.
oak; it was actually French oak, and I'm very happy to add that to my repertoire on my palate. On my tasting abilities here. Caramel apple, not just caramel, not an apple, but a caramel dipped apple.
Yep.
Crunch into that thing. The green Granny Smith, I'm guessing, or was it a Red Delicious?
I hate Red Delicious.
You hate eating them by themselves? No,
Yeah.
pass, hard pass. You know, but
Washington apples are my least favorite.
If you do something
That's
with them,
mush.
I'm a lot more on board if you do something with them. You throw them in a pie. You throw them in a stewed apple thing. If you to me, it's what you do with them. It's not eating them raw. It's like boring. It's
Honeycrisp.
Anyway, so yeah, Honeycrisp
is where I'm at.
Is the way to go.
That's my
Ozzy,
favorite.
his favorite was the Pink Lady. Fuji. Just about anything other than Red Delicious is better.
Yep.
But anyway, so caramel apple molasses showed up. Is that black strap, or the little rabbit, whatever. Soft vanilla, it was there, and the cinnamon nutmeg tasting note carried through into the palate. I gave it a 4.5. For me,
Very nice.
It came up. It came up a bit.
Mine came up too.
Did it?
Yep, 4 3/4.
All right. I'll take it. It's a very, very, very tasty pour. So, moving on from the palate to the finish, there was an immediate hug. It was like, you said something about it, like a warm scarf.
Yeah.
I should write that down. Warm
It's not a Kentucky hug.
scarf. No,
It's an Indiana hug.
Indiana hug, where they use scarves.
Just on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, there's Indiana, there's West Virginia, and there's, Ohio next door?
Well, but literally, Indiana is literally you cross the river and you're in.
Dude,
Indiana.
yeah, you're right. You're right. You cross the river and you're in Louisville, right? Right there. Okay. Yep. Wild. That was pretty wild.
Albany, Indiana, and Louisville, Kentucky.
And it's not like you were in Indiana for any length of time. It's just like, oh, hey, here we are. We're in the corner of it, and then gone. You're in Kentucky. So anyway, so there was the warm scarf. It was the oaky kind of finish. For me, the French oak backed off, and it was just more of a general oak kind of thing. The rye for me actually showed up. What would you say it was 21% rye? It actually like it showed up in the finish, like the actual 21. Taste of it and a little bit of a feel to it. Molasses carried through, cinnamon sugar. You said buttery pie crust with that wonderful memory you had of your mom's, and vanilla was also there. Yep. So for me, I kept it locked in at 4.5. Easy all day.
I came down to 4 1/4.
You came back down. Okay. Yep. Oh shit! You came way down.
I did, but it's 4 1/4, so it's still wow.
You only came down a half point, but for whatever reason, when I see, I'm like, whoa! He went way down. He hated it, but it's above 4. Yep. It's above a wow. There's no way you hated it. Bottle presentation. We didn't really talk about it on this one, but we have talked about it on these others. You have the topper, the topper tape. I guess you've got a cool gold topper with a composite cork. It's clearly it's a wooden topper because you can see all the striations there, the grain and the wood. I wonder if it's got that laser edge thing in the top of it.
I love the light blue color choice of the labels. I love the cream. It's not technically a secondary label, but it looks like it. It's got the ticker tape little jagged edge on the side of there. The gold metallic ink for creme brulee,
and it's in stark contrast to the blue that you pointed out in the white, maybe kind of bone white, off white of the rest of the printing there on the label. If I said less, these episodes would probably be 15 minutes or so less. So
I love everything about it. It's not a solid black on black bottle, but
it's more akin.
It is
to the 4 grain.
But I love the color choices and the extra little tape addition of the creme brulee on there. I think it adds something, and honestly, for whatever reason, that color blue I think is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm way higher than my 4 grain, but it's not the black on black of the Project X. So it's not a 4 1/4. It's just a 4 even.
4 even?
Yeah.
Okay. He hit wow status with it. Me, it wasn't as low, the 325 as the 4 grain, 4-year deliciousness that one was, but it wasn't the what did I give it here on the Project X? 375. It's right in the middle at 3.5 for me on here. I really did. I liked it.
Yeah.
I just wasn't quite wowed by it. What a great bottle.
Yeah.
Really was. So those are our 4 categories from a 0 to 5 arbitrary as we see it, as we feel about it rating out of a possible 20 to divide that number by 2. Cut that motherfucker in half. Want to see everybody break their neck in the end. It's a little Pantera for you. But then divide that number by 2, and that's how we get our 0 to 10 rating. So this one for me was 8.375.
8.37. Very nice.
8 3/8.
Mine's just a little higher at 8.75.
8.75. So there you go. We both have 8s. We both have a 75 in there somewheres. So it's kind of the same score, but it's not.
Once again.
Yes. Yeah, I saw you lining up for it. I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it.
I'm mad at it again.
So
I'm mad at it at all.
This concludes our series. Penelope, our introduction to
Part 1.
Part 1. There are so many Penelope bottles out there. We have to get back into it.
That said,
I vote yes.
That said, 3 different, very different Penelope offerings. There are so many other ones out there. My vote is we have to continue on down the line. We have to get into their toasted rye. We have to get into their wheat. We have to get into their
Just a plain Jane straight bourbon, like whatever their basic of the base level.
That's that.
So their base.
That is their basic.
Wow,
basic.
and it's a 4 grain right off the bat. Wow. Okay.
They have a rosé. It's finished in a rosé wine cask.
I'd check it out. Why not?
Which I've always been like,
right, because it's rosé.
But why not?
Yeah.
Because you know what?
It's still going to be bourbon.
It's for the podcast.
It's for the podcast.
Haven't said that in a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. I use it all the time when I'm thinking about why am I spending $75 on this bottle of maple cask finished rye. Well, I know why. It's for the podcast, and I love to support my favorite distilleries.
And a handful of those offerings, they offer they have a cask strength offering.
Yeah.
And there's also a handful of those that once in a while you will find them as store picks. The weeded version, you will find that as a cask strength store pick from time to
so
time.
not a Project X, but a store pick.
Beyond Project X.
Okay,
Beyond,
wow, okay.
Yeah, so
in addition aside from that.
So yeah, the toasted rye is on my radar. The weeded is definitely on my radar. And then, like I said, there's also the rosé. There's also their very allocated limited offerings like the Rio or the Havana.
Somebody said something about Rio.
And there's a handful of other ones. I believe our buddy Jeebus Crisis, Phil Mageddon, has the Havana. He either has the Havana or the Rio. One of those two.
Okay, maybe that's why I've heard of it then.
Maybe we come back to Penelope, and if he has one of those, Phil, I know you're watching, leave us a comment.
Maybe bring it over and we can figure out what you haven't had, what we haven't had.
Bring that over, we'll throw some things in the mix, and we'll have a
Make
round
a night out
two of Penelope.
That'd be fun. I mean,
what do y'all think?
I don't know what y'all think, but I think it'd be great to do that sooner than we did our return to High West.
Oh, 100%.
It took 2 years or something to get back to High West. We had so many bottles.
We came back with a vengeance, though.
With a vengeance, yeah. I mean, there was Midsummer Night's Dram. There was there were so many different things, and all very good. All very good. So yeah, Penelope. You said you've got some things on your radar.
Such a great brand.
For me, Penelope's now for sure on the radar. I mean, they were always kind of on the I'm looking at you across the enemy lines, whatever that means.
How can you not? But, I mean, literally, you go into any liquor store has some Penelopes, and most of the time there's at least 4, if not 6 or 8, all lined up in a row.
Yeah, so many different ones.
That P.
Yeah, there's a lot of P.
That monogram P.
Y'all got P all over the place. What is this? I'm like, well, that's Penelope. Penelope. Stupid joke. What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean? If you know, I'm just going to leave it alone. This is a family show. So, so Penelope for me is definitely on the radar. I love the story behind them. They were having problems, getting their family started, and then when it finally happened, it's a miracle. And so the baby happened. They named her Penelope, and then at some point they named their distillery after that Berber. And then MGP, a subsidiary, you said, of Lux Row, bought the brand, and they're just kind of rolling with it, gloves off. And so this is something I wanted to bring up. We talk about MGP, and MGP is the sourced whiskey where you can fill out your sheet. I want this mash bill. I want it distilled in this manner, like column or pot or whatever. I'm pretty sure you can do that. I haven't seen the sign up sheet, but I'm sure there's a sign up sheet of some kind. You say what you want in the mash bill, how you want it distilled, and then maybe even how you want it aged. Or if you want it aged, you can have it aged in a certain way, whether it be with specific staves in your cask or or whatever.
They do all the things.
They have a wide variety, a wide range of ways that they can do it. Or they can just put it in a tote of some kind and send it to your happy ass, and you can barrel it yourself and age it yourself and finish it yourself. What's that?
Smoke wagon.
Smoke wagon. Yeah, they do that out there in Vegas land, Sin City. So they can do that. And so you've got the MGP thing, and then you have distilling your own at your distillery. But
this is a brand that actually they own.
So that's where
this
to me,
is their own.
That's a fuzzy line. That's a gray line for me.
This is their own.
It's not that they're sourced. They're not sourced. They own it.
It's not sourced.
It's created at the source.
It's their product. It is absolutely their product.
So
100%.
I wouldn't. Whoops. Sorry if that made a loud noise. I wouldn't consider this your typical NGP thing.
No, I wouldn't either.
Because if it happened at the source, it's not sourced. It's their thing.
It is their product.
And if we're wrong, send us your hate mail to get lost at savortheburn.com. No, send us information, whatever you got that we have not talked about. Send us an email, info, W2 or Jonathan at savortheburn.com. Now that we've dipped our toes in the waters of Penelope, we are stoked. We're ready to go. We're primed, pumped. Your gloves are off. We're ready to come out swinging.
Yep.
Let's get into it. I'm stoked. Yeah, I'm ready for round two. Let's do it. So no matter who you are, where you are, what you're drinking, and who you're drinking it with, never forget.
Keep on burning.